Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's set of reads. These readings are always valid for whenever you tune into them, of course. But that being said, for this installment, for the tarot cards, I'm using the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. And to where you can find it, it's by Tilly Walden. I knew there was something else I wanted to say there, Tilly Walden. And you can find it at Liminal 11. The website is liminal11.com, liminal 11, there it is if you want to see it. The oracle cards I've chosen are Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. And the website for this one, rockpoolpublishing.com.au, A as in apple, U as an umbrella. And of course, I use dice, 22-sided dice for the major arcana, substituting 22 for 0. And 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and a 4-sided dice to choose the element that matches up with the minor arcana. You can find those at mathartfun.com, and it's the dice shop. Okay, that being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. This is James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And let's go on and watch your read. Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. What do we have for Virgo? Ace of Cups. Right there. We like that. That's a good thing. There's the second card coming in, because you're an earth sign, might go well, might not. We gotta go a little further first. There's something I think there's a change. A little bit further. You got like an alternate, yeah, you gotta make a choice. Okay. Let's go a little bit further. Gotta be careful with this. Every card in the deck? Every card in the deck. Okay. So there's a couple cards here that are very interesting. One of them is the Hanged Man. This is things just sticking with the way they are, things not really moving. It doesn't stay forever, but it's kind of like things kind of stuck. Because Virgo's an earth sign, if you're happy or content with where they are, this doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't want that to change. There's a lot of movement within this situation, but the overall situation is not, it's not really, like, how do I explain this? It's kind of like if you worked in a restaurant, the menu may change, but the food still comes out and the food still gets served. So it's kind of like, all right, the dishes are changing, but we're still serving food, and I'm still here doing what I got to do. You know, so there might be change within the situation, but the overall situation not changing. And I keep getting like you're very active within the situation, but it's not, the overall situation isn't changing, but there's a lot of movement within the situation. And for its own purpose, it seems like it's fine. I gotta do the dice on this. None of these are, I don't think any of these are bad. Even this one card coming up, because you're an earth sign, it might be good. So that's the Strength card upside down. Falling out of grace, I should say. And the 5 of Cups. I feel like, even though it's very busy, I know what to expect. And it's kind of like, I feel like I'm more dependent on other people than I want to be. Overall, I don't know, I feel like I keep getting this weird energy with the 5 of Cups in the sense of like, I just keep centering on what is working, even though it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable, but it is working. Okay. Um, I don't know if am I misinterpreting this? I feel like I'm okay with it. Maybe I don't like it, but I'm okay with it. Does that make sense? Not really liking it, but I'm okay with it. Okay. We're going to keep going with that cuz it feels weird to me. Kind of like this is just how it goes. I'd rather it be predictable. Is that what it is? I'd rather it be predictable. At least I know what to expect. When I come in, this is what I got to do and I know that. I'd rather it be that than just be like, I don't know what today's going to be. I'm surprised what yesterday was. I don't have any idea what tomorrow possibly could have. As long as there's predictability, I feel like I could roll with it. Again, I'm not feeling like I like it a lot, but I'm like, yeah, but I can predict it. Something's coming in, as life will do. And there's a lot coming in all at once. Something is coming in and deciding that things aren't working quite right, and there does need to be some updates. Let me get these other two cards. This just the energy is a little. Again, I don't feel like I really like it, but I'm like it's okay. I keep getting it's like, it's weird. It's like, I don't like it, but I'm like yeah, but I know what to do with it, so it's okay. I don't know how to explain this. It's a weird energy. Something's coming in saying we got to change some things, but the majority of it we're not going to. Okay. So we do need to update some things, we do need to change some things, but the majority of it we're not going to. This may work for you. Because whatever is getting changed is going to be a slow adaptation. Slow adaptation? And I feel like I'm also looking at this like, if there's going to be other changes I want that they have not mentioned, this might be my time to start slowly trying to get that to happen. Slowly but surely. If I can prove that it's for the best for everybody, while we're making some changes anyway, maybe I can kind of move forward what I want too, as long as I'm very careful and calculated. I can do this too, maybe. Maybe I can get some more of what I want out of this. Okay. This is going to be the part that's kind of be like, not every sign would like this one card, but it might work for you. Ace of Cups with the Devil. Now the Devil card, what's weird about it is it's an Earth card. Virgo's an Earth sign. Sometimes this talks about Capricorn, doesn't have to, but it talks about boundaries and restrictions and not having a lot of tolerance for people who go past those boundaries. Swift and severe consequences usually happen with the Devil when you cross the Devil's boundaries. I'm getting like, I see that it's swift and severe. I see that there's like, I know that there's certain things like I can't just move ahead where I want to. I have to make sure that it's compatible with the overall situation. I don't think I have a problem with that. The Devil might work with you on this one. But the Devil does have very harsh rules. I don't know. I know that you can swim with this if you want to. And it's funny that I'm using the word swim. But, I don't know. I feel like you see it for what it is. I think that's the thing why I feel like this might really work with Virgo. You see it for what it is and you understand it more than other people would. It's kind of like if it's going to be this goes there, that goes there, and you put 2 over here, then every time this will go there, this will go here, and 2 over there. Every time. And it feels like you understand that and you're like, as long as I know what I have to do and it's the same every time, all right, then that's what it is. Then that's fine. I'm getting this, things are changing here slowly, and I feel like I like it. It's kind of like, all right, this situation, I didn't really like it, but I knew what to expect from it, so it was okay. Now it's like, you know what, maybe it can not only be okay, but maybe I can kind of get some things here to where maybe I could like it. Maybe I could like it. But I don't want things changing quickly. I want to make sure it's going to stay. I don't need just a couple day or two of good things. I need like, let's fix it slowly, let's make sure it stays. There's healing that's very possible here. Very possible here. I don't want to be like... Yeah, the truth coming out, the moon upside down, and the Ace of Swords came in upside down too, which could be one of two things depending on your situation. Either some falsehoods being exposed, in other words, maybe there was some rules that were not valid being exposed and those rules being omitted because they're not valid. Or there could be the lack of communication, less communication, more doing, it could be more of that. The truth is coming forward with the moon upside down. I feel like things are getting exposed. So if there are any lies, those lies will be exposed if they directly affect you. Not just random, like gossipy gossip, that's not that type of stuff, but like things that are directly affecting your situation. If there's lies directly affecting your situation, those will be exposed. Is there anything else I need to say with this? Healing around the situation is not always comfortable. I don't think you have to worry about that. People will get along better down the road. I would just be aware of it. People may not like things as they first change, but it probably will go better down the road. This is the unexpected. Like, okay, think 2 cards. Whatever this is, you're not expecting this to go fast. Guess what? It jumps into high gear all of a sudden. Literally, they have the unexpected and the speed card with the 8 of Wands. Flies real quick. It starts off slow, then jumps into hyperdrive. It's the best way I can explain it. There may be things here that change that other people have already realized that they were way overdue. That might be one of the reasons. Be careful of trying to find reasons. Be careful of this. Keep it extra... Take extra caution. I think that's how I should say that. Take extra caution to try to understand why things are happening, because I get that there's a lot of information that you're not going to be privy to. But if you ask questions, people might give you answers just to appease you, which doesn't mean it's the truth, but they're like, if I tell you that, if I tell you blue, green, and red, does that make you happy, Virgo? That does? Okay, then it's blue, green, and red. And they just keep on going. May have nothing to do with the whole situation. They'll tell you what they need to hear just to make you happy. Be careful. Be very, very careful about trying to understand what's going on and trying to get answers, because I keep getting somebody doing that. Like somebody saying, if I say blue, green, red, does that make you happy? It does? Then it's blue, green, red. And it may have nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Just keep that in mind. Something that might make this better for you is to kind of try to, it's an idea, something to consider. You do what you think is right, clearly, it's a general read. Try to grab hold of part of this and take the lead on part of this. If you have an opportunity to take the lead on part of this, even if it's the smallest piece, you'll stabilize this and you'll be able to keep it where you want it to be. Keep that in mind. If there's a chance for you to take ownership of any of this, even if it's just like, making sure, making sure how much of X amount of dollars is being spent in this, or how long the meetings are going, or something that seems even if it's something very little, you will have an effect. You will promote stability. It could be the littlest thing. You know what I mean? It's like, I remember once, I forget what the meetings were called. It was like a weekly meeting, and they were having a hard time getting people to make sure that they keep coming to it. So somebody took over that part where they made sure it was scheduled, that the room was ready, and they sent out email reminders. I think it was twice a week. I think the meeting was on a Friday morning, and I think they sent it out on a Monday and a Wednesday, or Monday and a Thursday, or something like that, about the next meeting and what to expect and where it was going to be. But it stabilized it. And it's it got other people, it's almost like the expectation was there for other people. Like, well, if this person's doing it, then the rest of us should be doing it too because this person's doing their part. Now I should be doing my part. It seems so minimal, but it does have a bigger effect. Keep that in mind. Your influence is stronger than you think. If you... Okay, I understand that there's a... Okay. If you're willing to do that, this small movement that you have, because these cards came in very interesting, and I just kept looking at them, but it's like an either-or option. It's a general read, definitely, but like if you take that small piece of ownership, or it could be bigger, whatever is right for you. If it's a bigger piece, then it's a bigger piece. I keep getting that you keep that rhythm. It's like when I see this, I keep hearing the little drummer boy, which is a boy on there, but like somebody keeping the beat, somebody keeping the tempo. And like when you think about, bands, when the drums are there, the drums keep the beat. It keeps things in sync. People hear it and they know what to stay in line with. It helps people stay in line with the rhythm so everything sounds right. So everything goes off at the right time, so people stay in tune, hopefully. We can't guarantee people are going to stay in tune, but they're going to want to stay in tune because like if everything's going on beat the way it's supposed to, you're more likely to hear something if it's off tune. So people want to stay in tune because everybody else is in rhythm, and if I'm in rhythm but my instrument sounds off, it's going to be that much more apparent. So people are going to want to stay in tune and on beat. You can set the beat for this situation. And overall, people will get along a lot better and there'll be a lot better outcome with this situation. You'll be surprised. That piece that you play, that piece that you do, it has a big effect. It has a really big effect. Long term, I feel like you'll notice it more. Now this was the either or. If you decide that's not for you, you don't want to do it, this reading is a general reading, take it with a grain of salt. I'm getting that we go back to chaos. We end up back like, why did we even bother trying to change the rules? Either way, somebody will be unhappy. It doesn't have to be you. If you set the beat and everything goes off the way it's supposed to, there's going to be people here who don't like that. They don't like it because they feel too restricted or this or that. The other thing, maybe it's not the place for them or maybe there's something they got to learn from it. It's just how this one rolls. Somebody will be unhappy. It doesn't have to be you. That's the point. If you take the action, I feel like you'll be fine. If somebody else takes the action, I feel like you'll be the one with this Ten of Swords energy. Just keep that in mind. And I also keep getting, it's a general read, I know, but you'll be thankful that you did do what you had to do, because if you don't, I don't feel like later you'll be able to do it. It's like, it's either you take it now, you'll be happy you did. If you wait till later, kind of like, well, I'll just give it some time and we'll see what filters out. Maybe later I'll take whatever over. Maybe later I'll do that. I'm getting somebody else might grab it before you get a chance if you go that route, and then you won't have the ability to do it later. Take it with a grain of salt. So I feel like the whole reading, if this reading is hitting, of course, they're trying to give you a way to like not only enjoy it for when it starts, but like to find a way to stabilize it. And again, you could be that backbeat, you could be that drum beat that keeps everything on tempo and keeps it working. And it makes more of a difference than you realize. Like, I feel like if you have a band and they're used to having a drummer, if you get rid of the drummer, it's harder for everybody to stay in sync. It's harder for everybody to learn the songs because we need that backbeat rhythm. We need that backbeat. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but So hopefully this is a very empowering reading and this helps you get where you want to be versus where you just seem to end up. If you just kind of like hold to the back, you get stuck somewhere that you may not be happy with. And I feel like they're trying to empower you, like you don't have to settle for that. This is a way that you can have this more where you want it to be. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.